Hi everyone, my name is Katy. Thanks for practicing with me today. So today's practice is going to be for legs. So this is if you have to stand a lot, if you run, anything like that where your legs are kind of getting tired and sore, this practice is really going to help them feel better. So this will be the longer practice. There is a shorter practice also, which is about 20 minutes that I will put the link in the description. So if you don't have time to do the long practice, the shorter practice does a lot of the same things, just in a shorter amount of time. But if you do have time for some hour-long-ish flow, please meet me on your mat. So we're gonna actually start this practice on our backs. So come all the way down, get off your legs a little bit, give them a break for a minute. We'll come all the way to our backs. Oh, and just take a deep breath in and let things kind of settle. If you want to wiggle out your knees a little bit, wiggle out your hips. I like to make like a triangle like that, and then just kind of bring the thumbs to your temples and let the pointer fingers kind of make a tent over your eyes. Just to let yourself kind of settle in before the practice. Let your breath just be natural. Soften or close your eyes if that feels nice. All right, and go ahead and bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra or prayer pose. You can bring it to your forehead, your third eye, your place of knowing, place of intuition. And then just bring to your heart, your place, center of love. All right. So bring your knees, bend your knees, make your feet flat on the floor, and kind of walk your heels up to your bum a little bit. And then walk your feet, heel toe your feet wide, and then just gently windshield wiper your knees side to side. So when we are talking about legs, we also have to do a little bit of hip work because it's all connected, right? Our psoas connects from our low back to the inside of our upper thigh. So our whole body is connected. So we will do a little bit of hips too, but the main focus of the practice will be on our legs. Namely, like our hamstrings. We might do a little bit of work into the quads. We do high lunge, but it's all good as long as we're strengthening muscles, lengthening and strengthening, they will be loving us, okay? Okay, bring your feet back to hip width apart, and then just extend your feet straight up in the air. Oh, okay. And then imagine you're just kind of pushing or walking on the ceiling a little bit. You're just pushing it away, bend and extend. Oh, let it warm up a little bit. And when you've had enough of that, go ahead, make your peace fingers, grab your big toes. You got to bend your knees to bring them into you a little bit, and then just extend your legs straight up. Oh, stretch here. Press through your heels, press your back into the mat. And your knees can have a bend too, if that feels better to you. Bend them. You can kind of roll. If you want to take your ankles and kind of roll to your pinky toe sides on each side of your foot. So you're rolling your feet out like that a little bit. Get a little stretch in your ankles here, and then bring your toes to touch. And then take the ankles out, toes to touch, out. All right, grab your peace fingers, and then let's just take V legs. Whew. Take it out to a nice V. All right, and then bring your legs back, and we're gonna grab the pinky toe side of our foot with our hands and bend your knees in towards you, keeping your feet parallel to the ceiling. Take a happy baby here. Now, if your hips aren't liking this, you can always do a half happy baby. So bring one foot, plant one foot on the ground, and then just do it half, and then switch about halfway through. Pull it in. And then let's switch if you're doing it halfway. All right. Bring it up. Bring your knees in. Bring your arms out and then wrap them around your thighs, the back of your thighs, and pull that in towards you. So your sacrum, your tailbone, this part down here is lifting up off the floor, okay? Pull, pull, pull. All right. Land your feet down. Take your hips, pick them up a tiny bit, take them a little bit to the right, and then drop your knees to the left. And we're going to come up slowly, come up to seated. Let our body readjust. All right, so we're going to take either butterfly or diamond. Diamond is going to be wider if that's what your body is liking. Butterfly is going to be a little bit closer in, okay? So you do which one feels nice. You might need to roll, adjust your sit bones a little bit. Keeping your back straight, okay? Straight. Chin's parallel to the floor, shoulders are down. And we can gently start to open up through the hips. It shouldn't be painful, okay? So it's starting to hurt, readjust. Either widen your feet out in front of you or lessen the pressure on the hips. And just be here for a moment. Let gravity help you a minute. All right, from there, we're going to take wide-legged seated. So take it as wide as you can here. All right. Flex your feet. You can kind of like to do the little knee walk back to side or back and forth, side to side, just to, again, warm up things. We're still in our warm-up phase of the practice. It's good times. All right, so from here, again, back is straight. So there's a straight line from your sacrum all the way up to your crown, okay? We're just going to walk ourselves forward and just stop wherever you naturally stop. We aren't forcing anything. Just stop. And you can play with your foot a little bit if you like it to go out a little bit more. to the side, or if you like it to turn inward. Notice what that does to your hips, depending on how you turn your foot, okay? And what it does to your inner thighs. All right, walk your hand, just one hand lengths more. Breathe here, find your breath. Your inhales and your exhales. And notice too, if your mind is wandering, try to bring it back to what we're doing here on the mat. Or if you have something you're holding in your heart, you can always bring it back to that too. That's kind of nice. All right, ready? Let's press ourselves up. And we're gonna keep it wide, and then we're just gonna twist very gently. So just twist more at this thoracic, more at the heart center side versus the lumbar. We don't want to crank into our low back because there's a lot of bones there. So let's just kind of think about twisting here, and then just sweep. We're going to twist towards the right. So left hand can go to right knee, right hand can sweep very gently behind you. And then just look over your shoulder, your right shoulder. And then look over your left shoulder. And then we're going to switch. So just swing your arms. Right hand goes to top of left knee. Left hand goes behind you. We're going to look over the left shoulder. Again, really focusing the twist just in at our heart center, okay? Low back can kind of stay where it's at. And then look over your right. Okay, let's meet up in tabletop next. So bring your legs, swing them back in front of you. You can do a little bend. Let's take it to tabletop. Oh, all right. You can kind of wiggle side to side here. So bring your hands so they're underneath your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. And then step your hands just one hand length in front of you. And we're just going to bring our bum back. Take your bum and whole torso to the left. Circle around up front and then bring it to the right. So we're just going to do some circles like that just for a minute. Just to warm things up a little bit more here. And then let's reverse our circle. So now let's take it to the right. Or if you were going to the right already, take it to the left. Doesn't matter. Most things in yoga, we do both sides. So just, if you did the other side, just switch it. It's okay. You're on your mat. That's the most important thing. Whichever direction you're going, it does not matter. Okay. Good. All right, so let's come back to our normal tabletop stance. So bring your hands, your wrists back under your shoulders. Pick up your left hand and just put it on kind of the back of your head there, okay? And we're going to inhale, lift your elbow up. Again, hips stay the same height. Press your feet into the mat, the shoelace part. Pull your low belly in. Again, we're just getting that twist in the low back there a little bit. The middle back more. Inhale up a little bit more. And then bring your elbow straight down and then extend your arm through that space that you have there and land on the left side of your head, okay? Now, if this is good for you, you can stay here. If you want a little added shoulder work in the right arm, you can lift your right arm up. And just breathe. Sweep your right arm down, press yourself back up. And we'll do the other side, okay? So right hand goes to the back of your head. Right elbow goes up. Inhale up. Again, tops of feet are pressing into the mat. Hips are the same height. Low belly is in. Reach a little bit more. And then we're going to bring our elbow straight down and take it through that space. Land on the right side of your face now. And here, again, arm can go up, left arm can go up, or it can stay where it's at, or you can bring it in front of you too. It's always an option. All right, let's sweep them back up. And bring ourselves back to tabletop. All right, pick up your right foot and land it between your hands, okay? And we're just gonna stay low here. Stay low over your thigh, okay? Keeping your crown towards what's in front of you. You can open up your chest a little bit if you want. So bring your heart center forward, but we still are staying on top of our thigh. You can come onto your knuckles. That might be a little bit better. Or if you have blocks, that might be nice too. Okay. All right. So tuck your left toe and walk it down a little bit. And if you have a blanket, sometimes it's nice to put it underneath the leg that's extended back. You have knee issues. Or if you just take your mat and boom, roll it up. Okay. We got options, guys. Okay. Couple more breaths here. And then we're just going to roll our bum back, okay? Keeping your foot, imagine it's still glued to the mat. Roll yourself back so we get stretch in our ankle, our front ankle here. So a lot of times we don't stretch that very good, so enjoy that stretch. And then we can roll onto our heel. Keeping your back straight, you can come onto your fingertips. We'll come to half Hanuman or half monkey pose. Now, if you want a little bit more in the back of your calf, you can ever so gently and kindly grab your toes and give them a very gentle tap, push lightly towards your shin, okay? Keep a micro bend in your extended leg. All right, let's bring your right leg back to tabletop. We're going to pick up your right leg and extend it out to the side, okay? Now, just stay on your big toe side of your foot. Sometimes we like to flatten our foot and roll onto, we like to flatten our foot, but sometimes that can maybe strain your ankle. So if you like to flatten it and it doesn't strain your ankle, go for it. But if you don't like how that feels, just lay it sideways on your big toe, okay? All right. So from here, we're just going to bring ourselves back a tiny bit. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Back a little bit more. And inhale forward. All right, let's bring it back. We're going to tuck our toes, take our bum back and lift ourselves up to Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. So press it out here. And notice if your left leg feels different than your right, because we've done some work on our right, yet we haven't done it on our left. So just notice that difference. And just be in your Adho Mukha for a moment. Focus on getting your heels towards the mat. They don't have to touch. Any type of bend in your knee is fine. Head, ears are bumping your biceps. Your crown's pointing towards the ground. There's space between your ears and your shoulders. And then let's step your feet to the edge of the mat, okay? So wide. Can wiggle it out. It's always nice to wiggle. All right. Right hand, pick it up and put it in the center of your mat. Left hand extends forward and then reach for the shin of your right leg. Look up under your armpit. Press your bum back. And then undo that. Let's take it back to center. And we're just going to press back to a wide-legged downward facing dog. Bring your feet back to hip width apart. And then we're going to walk your hands back to your feet. And we're going to, again, just fold over the top of our thighs like we did in low lunge. So keep it folded over. And from here, take your hands and put your palm, the bottom part of your hand, to meet the balls of your feet, okay? All right. Once you're there, gently start to straighten your legs to any extent. You can let your head kind of dangle. Okay, let's take our bend in our knees again. And let's exhale and straighten again. Let's do that again. All right. We've been hanging down here for a minute. So when we come up, let's inhale and exhale as we come up, okay? So let's do a nice inhale. Exhale up. Sometimes doing the breath with the exhale on coming up can help if you're feeling a little dizzy or lightheadedness when you've been inverted for a moment. Okay, let's shake out and adjust. All right, so from here, we'll come to a nice Tadasana pose. Okay. Take your hands to your hips. Right foot is going to cross in front of left, okay? And then left hand's going to go to side. Reach up and over with your right arm. You can feel that stretch in our side body, maybe down to our hip, maybe down to our low back. Really reach a little bit more. And then unwind that. Let's come back to center. Shake it all out. And then hands to hip. Left foot is going to cross in front of right. Right hand's going to go down. Left arm's going to go up and over. Oh, look up under your left arm. Bring your head back a little. And reach a little bit more. And then sweep your left arm down. Shake it out. Whew. Shake it. Bend and shake, okay? From here, hands go back to hip. Right foot's just going to go forward, okay? Step to a nice high lunge, okay? So adjust. Get yourself there. Your knees over your ankle. Your back heel, so your back left heel is pressing to whatever's behind you. Lift your back left thigh up. So when I first started doing yoga, my instructor was Thai. She didn't speak hardly any English, so she would just walk around and tap me if I needed to move a certain way. So she would tap, tap. So tap up that back of that, your left thigh, okay? Tap it up, bring it, there we go. And then sink. We're gonna tap this one, sink it down. All right, low belly's in. Arms go up, shoulders go down. And we're looking straight here. I don't typically like to drop the head back really ever when I'm doing yoga because I like to keep that energy and that muscle protected, okay? We don't want our everything kind of going everywhere here. So we're gonna pull everything in, pull it to the center, our neck, our abs, okay? Lift again. See, I'm sinking again. I need that tap. All right. Inhale. Exhale your hands down to the mat. Walk your left foot up a couple of steps. From here, start to straighten your front right leg. And then we have some options here too. So if you want to add in a little bit of balance work, you can bring your right hand to your right ankle and your left hand to your right ankle. That's an option there. Come down a little bit more if we want. And then take your left hand more towards center and reach up a little bit with your right, okay? Not a lot. This is, again, we're just twisting at that heart center that we did before, not into our low back. And sink into your right leg a little bit more. Keeping a micro bend. And then sweep your right hand down. Okay, we're gonna walk our hands forward. Our left leg's already back. Just make your right leg meet your left, and we're gonna come to plank, okay? So plank, there's options too. If you're not loving this, just come to your knees, okay? Or you can come to forearm planks if you want to give your wrists a break, okay? All right. Press it back. Now, if you're doing a regular plank like this, go ahead and let's do some shoulder taps. So left hand's gonna tap right shoulder. Just get a little core arm strengthening work in while we can. We'll sneak it in our leg, into our leg practice. It's good to sneak it in there. We're already on the mat. We might as well get the most out of it, okay? So back and forth here, we're pulling your low belly in, just tapping. You can tap slower if you want that longer engagement in the abs, your obliques if you're feeling it. Okay, couple more, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, to our knees. Bring your toes together, your knees to the edge of the mat. We'll take a wide-legged, much-deserved resting child pose. Rest your foot on the mat. Walk your hands up a little bit. And then come onto your thumb and your pointer fingers so you're kind of like flapping like wings, your elbows out a little bit. Sink back a little bit more. All right, let's come out of that. We're going to do the other side here. So bring your knees back. Take your left leg and land it, Okay. Tuck your right toes, walk your right leg down. Okay, again, we're staying low, we're staying over our thigh. Just be here for a moment. We have the option to come onto knuckles or blocks if you have them. Okay. Just breathe here. Again, lifting through our heart center, sinking into our hips. It's funny, like, that just came to me, that old teacher I had, that tapping. I think that's kind of like people in our lives, right? They come in, they leave a little tap on us, and then later on we remember it. It made an impact. It stuck in there, it stayed with us for some reason. So, okay, you ready? Let's start to bring your bum back towards your heel. And then again, remember, we're gluing down our left foot, imagining, so we get that stretch. Okay, let's roll onto your heel now. And then keep your back straight, a straight line from your tailbone to your crown. And if you want, you have the option to grab your toes ever so kindly with your left hand. And just get a little bit deeper in that stretch. All right, let's roll ourselves back forward. Bring your left knee back to tabletop. And we're going to take our left leg to the side again. It can just be on the side of your big toe if you don't like it flat, okay? All right, from here, let's inhale back, exhale forward. Your back toe can be tucked or down. It's whatever feels best to you. Inhale back. I always worried about that when I first started practicing, like, oh, what do I do? Do I tuck? Do I not tuck? And it doesn't usually matter much. It's just your preference in most things. There's some poses where it matters, but I'll tell you if it matters. Exhale forward. All right, let's bring your left knee back. So it's going to matter here. We're going to tuck. We're going to tuck our 10 toes, and let's just sit back on them. Let's sneak that in there too. I like to sneak in little benefits, little yoga benefits. Oh, and if you want, you can grab onto your heels and lift your heart center up, pulling your low belly in if that's calling to you. Just breathe here for a moment. We won't do this very long. All right, let's take it down. We're going to tuck and take downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Press out. And then try to press into your heels a little bit more. And then step it wide, so feet go to the edge of the mat. And this time your left hand's gonna go to center for support. Make sure you're strong. Right hand's gonna extend forward, sweep back, And touch the shin of your left foot, pressing your heels into the mat here, okay? All right, let's come out of that. And here we're going to take our wide-legged downward facing dog, which feels quite lovely. So press into your heels. You can even lift up your toes if you can. It's kind of hard to do in downward facing dog. Really just focus on the back of your legs, okay? The calves and your hamstrings here. All right, and let's bring our feet back to hip width. You can walk them out a little. Oh, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Again, we're staying low. Bring your palms to meet your balls of your feet. Again, we've got our bend, and let's start to straighten. Let's bend again. Inhale, straighten, exhale. Let's do it one more time. And straighten. Okay, let's undo that. Again, we're going to bend our knees a lot. Let's take our deep inhale and exhale as we come up. Okay, ready? Inhale, exhale up. Shake everything out. Okay. Okay, are you ready? So we're nice Tadasana. Feet are hip width apart. Our hips are over our knees. Our shoulders are over our hips. Our ears are over our shoulders. We're reaching through our crown and pressing into the mat at the same time. Hands can be anywhere. It can be an Anjali Mudra. It can be at your side. Now let's bring your hands to your hips. Take your left foot, cross it in front of your right. Okay, right hand's gonna go to the right leg. Left arm's gonna reach up and over. Look up under. Pull your low belly in. Imagine you're resting your head on something behind you. And then let's undo that. Step back to normal, neutral, and then right foot, hands to hips. Right foot's gonna cross over left. Right arm go up. Look up and under. And then let's undo that. All right, let's come back to hip width apart. Bend and walk it out. This time, left foot's gonna step a big step forward. And then set up for your high lunge, okay? Remember, you've got to tap it down, tap it up, okay? Press through the heel, sink in here, shoulders down, chest is open, low belly's in, glutes are engaged. Arms go up, shoulders down. Getting strong. So here's our quad work, right? Those 4 muscles in the front of our thighs. That's where they come into the game, is right here. And we need them. We need them for balance. We need them for posture. We need them for movement. They're important when we stand, so. Lift up that. Tap, tap, lift it up. Sink a little bit deeper. Let's sweep our hands down to the mat. Step your right foot up a couple steps. Land your right foot down and then slowly start to straighten your left leg. Again, if you want any balance, added balance work here, bring your hands to your ankle, sink in here. Just remembering to keep that teeny tiny bend in your knee, okay? I think I don't like to use the word never, but I think the one thing I can truly say never to do is lock your knees, okay? I even get worried when my kids go to the dentist and they're on the chairs and their knees are like straight. I make them bend them or put a pillow under them because I don't want them to pass out, okay? We don't want to lock our knees. All right. Now from here, you can bring your hands back to the mat or blocks if you have them for support. And we're just going to reach your left hand up. It doesn't have to go very much. Remember, we're only twisting at our heart center, not into our low back, to our lumbar. Only into our heart. Press through that back foot again. If you want to straighten your front leg a little more, just not locking it. And then let's sweep your left hand down. Bring your hands up a little bit and take your left foot to meet your right. We'll take us back to the plank pose. And again, we can, if we want, we can do some shoulder taps here. Just remember in plank, kind of lift up through this upper body part a little bit, the upper back a little bit, okay? Press your heels back. Roll your upper inner thighs towards each other, okay? Low belly's in. Let's do some shoulder taps if we want. If not, take the plank of your choice and just be there. Really pull your low belly in here. We're going side to side. So we've got to support it. We don't want our low back to take any of that pressure, okay? A couple more here. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come to our knees. Okay, ready for child's pose? So we can either do wide-legged like we did before, or if you want regular, you can just sit all the way back too. Your choice. And just let your forearms be really heavy here. Let your head rest. If there's some strain on your neck, just make a fist and you can rest your head there. Much deserved child's pose. All right, from there, let's press ourselves up. And we're going to come to tabletop again. And just extend your right foot back and stretch the back of your right leg. Get a nice, really press into it, okay? And then we're going to take our right knee and take it to the outside of your right wrist, okay? And then tuck your left leg. Make sure it's straight behind you and walk your left knee down and then lift up a little bit like that, okay? Then from here, you can walk your hands a little bit forward or adjust yourself and start to straighten your right leg to the side, and you're going to come onto your hip a little bit, okay? Now, if you don't like this, don't do it, okay? It's a little bit of a different pose. If you have any low back issues, I would stay away from it. Pull your low belly in. You can always be in child's pose instead, okay, if that's better. All right, and from there, let's roll that back foot. So we're going to roll onto the inside part and then just bring ourselves around, okay? And we're going to come into Dandasana pose. So with Dandasana pose, your feet are extended straight out in front of you, okay? Your feet are flexed, so your toes are pointing to your shins, okay? You got that? Again, you know we're loving a micro bend, okay? We got our micro bend. And then let's set up our upper body. So our heart's, again, over our hips. Our shoulders are over our hips. Our ears are over our shoulders. Our chin's parallel to the floor. Again, we're reaching, extending through the crown as we're pressing our bum into the mat. And if you need to adjust your bum, please do. Again, we're flexing our toes. Bring your hands right next to your bum on each side, okay? And here we have the option to press into the mat and just get a tiny lift. Feel that kind of tiny lift. Get some upper body work going here. Again, we're flexing our toes. And then let's set it down. We'll do it again. Hands go to side, press up. Feel that lift. And then set it down. Okay, let's take wide-legged again. And this time we're going to bring the bottom of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Flex your left toes towards your shin, okay? From here, we're going to reach. So reach your left hand down your left leg as far as it will go. It doesn't matter. And then reach up with your right arm. And look up underneath your right arm. And then here, let's bring our right hand to land out to the side. So your arm's straight, just sweep it down wherever it lands. And then let's press. So come onto your right shin and just lift up, extend and straighten your left leg, reach up. Stargazer pose here. And then sweep it down. And then let's do the other side. So right leg's going to extend, left foot's going to come inside. Again, we're going to get tall first. Flex your right toes, right hand goes inside, left arm goes up and over, looking up underneath. And breathe here. Again, imagine you've got that wall behind you. You're kind of resting yourself on it back there, just to open up through the chest. And then let's sweep your left hand down, okay? And again, bring yourself forward. Come onto your leg. And we'll come to a Stargazer. Let's stay there for another breath. That's very nice. That's a nice pose. Okay, come back down. All right, let's come back to tabletop and we'll do our, I call it fallen pigeon. Other side, okay? So back to tabletop. Left knee goes to the outside of left wrist. And then tuck your right toes and walk your right knee down. And then lift up your right leg, okay? And then extend your left leg through, straight out, okay? And then come onto your left hip. Now, this side might feel different, okay? We're not the same on each side. So if it feels different and if you can adjust your arms too to be more comfortable, please do that. Press through that left leg extended, flex your left leg there, okay? All right, let's come back. We'll come back to Dandasana. I'll swing around here so you can see. Let's come back to our Dandasana. So remember, flex your toes. Just hands go to the bum, press up, and then take it down. You can walk your knees out. Back to the side, press up. Take it down. Wide-legged. This time your left foot's going to go inside first. Get tall. Extend with your right arm. Down your right leg. Left hand goes up. Really reach a little bit more than you did the first time, okay? Pressing the hip, the leg that's bent, that hip, press that hip into the mat, okay? And then let's bring your left hand down, sweep your right arm up. Stargazer. You can bring your right arm back behind you as much as you want there. You can even make little circles. And then let's bring it down and switch sides. Tall. Extend your left arm inside. If you want, you can even, if it's accessible, grab onto your left big toe with your peace fingers and reach that way. You don't have to. If this is where you're at, this is okay too, guys. Okay, there's no competition on the mat. Only coming here to be with yourself and notice yourself and do something good for yourself. Okay, that's it. Press into your right hip. Okay. We want it to oppose, right? We want it to oppose the arm, the hip. A little bit deeper stretch. All right, sweep your right arm down this time. Lift it up to Stargazer. Again, we can do our arm circles however deep we want. It's our practice, nobody else's. And when we're ready, let's come all the way down. Okay, let's take it. We're gonna go back to our backs for a few more nice cool down poses here. So come all the way down. Again, let things kind of settle in, get comfy. And we're going to extend our feet again like we did when we started and just notice how they feel now, okay? Grab onto your big toes. You can do our big toe to extended arm stretch, supine version. Sometimes you can do this standing up too, which is lovely, but it's nice supine because then you don't have to worry about the whole balance aspect. You just really want to focus on getting into the back of our legs. And again, if you want to swing it to a V leg, that's quite lovely. Or if you have a wall and want to scoot yourself to legs up the wall, that's always a fan favorite, I think, in yoga is legs up the wall. Keeping that micro bend again. And breathe here. All right, let's inhale our legs back together. And we're going to bend again and sweep your arms, grab the back of your thighs and give yourself a hug. Okay, and roll it out here a little, just side to side. Just roll out your back a little. Roll out your low back. All right, and let's extend our legs up one more time. Take your right leg and cross it in front of on top of your left knee, okay? And then bend both your legs, let them get floppy, and then grab the top of your feet, and we're gonna take a bicycle ride. So you can roll here back and forth. You can make it wider if you need to. Just listen to your body. All right, and when you're ready, let's undo it, straighten it out again, pedal it, and then your left knee is gonna cross over your right. Grab onto the tops of your feet and then take your ride. All right. Let's undo that. Again, bend your knees, grab the back, and really, really hug it in this time. So much that your sacrum's lifting up, okay? Lifting up a little bit. Pull it in. And then let's extend out for Savasana, okay? So we're going to be in Savasana for a few minutes. So there's going to be quiet. That's good. We want quiet. So don't think I left you, okay? So I'm still here. But we need that quiet. We need that stillness. We need that time to come to ourselves and look at what it is that our heart is dealing with now, what our heart needs. We need no interruption. And we don't have a lot of places in life where we can do that. But on this mat, one place we can do that. So let's set it up. So let your feet get really floppy, okay? I always like to press my head into the mat and then scoot my shoulders down. It just gives more space on your neck there, okay, and your shoulders. Arms are at side. So let's start at our toes and just let your toes become relaxed. Let your ankles relax, your knees, your hips, your whole pelvic girdle, let that relax. Let your stomach relax, your heart, your fingers, your wrists, your elbows. Let your shoulders be heavy. Let your jaw relax and your eyes and your forehead and your ears. When you're ready, just start to wiggle your fingers a little. Make your Spread your fingers wide and then bring them back together. Point your toes. You can do some ankle circles. Bring your hands together above your head. Release your fingers and press out. And then start to point your toes. So we get a full body stretch here. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Then let's bend your knees. Bring your feet flat. Sweep your arms around the backs of your thighs. And give yourself a hug. You're ready. Drop your knees down. And then pick up your hips. Take them a tiny bit to the right. Drop your knees to the left. And then slowly press yourself up. We'll just meet up in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. Bring your hands together and let's start to just rub them really fast to create some heat. Really rub really fast. You feel that warmth. And then just bring them to your eyes, to your forehead, to your neck. It was an honor to practice with you today. I hope your legs feel better. May you be okay. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering. May you continue to be awesome and may you progress. Namaste. All right, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And I hope to see you again. All right.